who you've been so far is not all that you can be and is not all that you will be. Today, we're going to talk about is the fact that a lot of times we get stuck in who we are today and think that this is all I can be. But the truth is, there's so many higher levels to you that you're just not even aware of yet. Let's go back a couple years. I'm 15 years old. I'm sitting in this grass, talking into a phone camera, and just making these YouTube videos. And fast forward to now, I am a professional speaker, author. I help people, well, teens and young adults primarily, to overcome limiting beliefs, build confidence, believe in themselves, and realize that they can. If you told 15-year-old me how far I would have come, I mean, I would have been like, really me? Like, I know I could achieve big things, but this is incredible. This is so much more than I thought possible. And a lot of times in our life, we get stuck in who we've been so far because maybe you didn't get enough encouragement. Maybe you're seeing all these other people on Instagram and TikTok and YouTube, and they just look so much farther ahead of you. But the reality is, you can. If someone else did it, you can do it too. You just have to realize that who you are today is not all that you will be. Maybe you're 15 years old, 20 years old, 25 years old listening to this, and you're thinking, yeah, Lawrence, I want to get that high paying job. I want to start my own business. I want to get into the gym. I want to act that girl or guy in my class out, but they're not going to like me. I'm not going to get hired. It's not going to work for me. But the truth is, you just gotta start. You just have to have the confidence to get out there and understand there will be times when you'll get knocked down. There will be times when it's hard. There will be times when you're stressed out or someone doesn't like you or whatever happens, but you gotta get back up. See, the people that you might look up to, let's say the musicians, the artists, the athletes, think about an NFL player. How many times they get knocked down? How many times they get slammed into the dirt? How many times they get trampled on? How many times they get injured, but they just keep getting back up? And the people who become really successful in anything, those are the people who have developed the ability to get knocked down and get back up. The people who started out and they realized that, okay, right now I might be 5 years old, 10 years old, however old they are when they got the idea to do what they're doing now. And it was hard. There were times when your first song that you put on SoundCloud, it ain't gonna be good. Your first YouTube video, it's gonna suck. The first person you ask out, you're gonna be stumbling over your words and sweating and shaking. It's gonna suck. But you have to be willing to suck at first in order to be pretty good, and then in order to be good, and then be great, and then excellent and fantastic, and on and on and on and on. And no matter how good you are at something, you can always be better. That doesn't mean that you say, oh, well, I'm not the best I'll ever be yet. I'm not that good. These people are so much farther ahead of me. No, what it means is that however good I am today, I'm always going to keep getting better. I'm always going to keep getting better. And so will you. And that's something you should be excited about. Because people, the world, a lot of the time tells us that, oh, but you're only 15 years old, you're only 18 years old, you're only 20 years old. What do you know? Well, I know enough to be this good. I'm not saying I know everything. I'm not saying I'm the world's best, the world's most fantastic, but I'm the world's best at being me. I'm the world's best at doing it my way. I'm the world's best at doing it the way I do it. And I know what I know. I know I don't know what I don't know. So I'm always willing to learn. And because I'm always willing to learn, because I'm always putting in the practice, because I'm always showing up, because I'm always doing the work, I get better and better and better and better and better. Go back on my YouTube videos. 1 year ago, watch a video. And then look at that and then compare it to now. How did I get that much better? Because I just kept making more videos. It's that simple. I rewatched my videos and I said, okay, I was saying a lot of like, stuttering, all over the place. So I worked on that and I got better and I got better and I got better and I got better. And who I was then is not who I am now. However good you are today is not how good you'll be forever, because you're just going to keep getting better. Kobe Bryant showed up to that gym every single day, and he got better and better and better and better. Anybody that you name, they just kept showing up. And you have to understand that there will be times when people might judge you. There will be times when it won't be perfect. There will be times when you're not going to have the energy. There will be times when you're tired. There will be times when you're laying in bed and all you want to do is hit that snooze button. But you can't keep snoozing on your dreams. You can't keep snoozing on your goals. You can't keep snoozing on the person that you were destined to become. Because most people have dreams, but they stay in bed. Most people have dreams, but they stay in bed instead of waking up and creating their dream life. Oh my gosh, I'm going off today. See, because here's the thing. Here's why I'm so passionate about this stuff. Because I lived it. I know that where you are right now, you might feel a little bit of doubt. You might feel like, man, but this musician, this artist, this person, they're so much further ahead of me. There's no way I'm going to be that good. And then we just quit on ourselves. We quit on ourselves before we get to that point where it just starts working. I went years and years and years of making videos, of practicing, of making TikToks, and I saw a little bit of progress. I saw a little bit, but I didn't see all that much. But this year and last year, it was just incredible. I went on like 60 podcasts. I flew around the country. I spoke at a bunch of conferences. I spoke to hundreds of people at once. It was things that were just, I wouldn't have believed were possible. Because who I was years ago was not who I am today. Me, years ago, I had to put in that practice. I had to show up. I had to learn. I had to figure out how to make thumbnails. I had to figure out how to, advertise myself. I had to figure out so many things. And when you're willing to learn, when you're willing to show up, when you're willing to just not quit on yourself, greatness is going to happen. But greatness comes with a price. Greatness requires you to push past your current limits. Greatness requires you to become someone that you haven't been yet in order to have a life that you haven't lived yet. You want to get that dream life. You want that car. You want that degree. You want those grades. You want that job. You want whatever it is. In order to do that, you have to be willing to keep showing up. So, Lawrence, how do I do that? Whenever it gets hard, whenever you get tired, whenever you just feel like, man, I can't keep going, pause. Take a deep breath and ask yourself, the person that I'm becoming, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. And you just take one more step, just one more step. And you might take some time to rest because you don't want to burn yourself out. You don't want to be, coughing up snot, and like a couple weeks ago I blew out my voice. And it was bad because I pushed myself a little too hard. But in that process, I've realized that I could go farther than I really thought. You just have to be mindful to not go too far. And in order to do this, we have to stay clear on what is it that I want. You have to have that clear North Star. You have to stay focused because there will be many shiny objects that will pop up. Hey man, let's come to this party. Hey man, let's play this video game. Hey, let's do this thing, this new idea, like maybe drop shipping or crypto or trading or all these shiny objects that promise you easy, fast solutions. And you might be thinking, well, what's the best way to make some money? The best way is the way that you stick with. What's the best way to build muscle in the gym? The best way is do the workout. What's the best way to do XYZ? The best way is just stick with it. Most people don't stick with it long enough, though. They give it a couple weeks, a couple months. But greatness requires years. Greatness might require decades. Greatness might require you to dedicate your life to it. The reason I'm so passionate about what I do, the reason I'm so articulate with what I do, the reason I'm so focused with what I do is because I have dedicated my life to this stuff. And in order for you to achieve those goals, to become the person you have in your head, you have to understand that who you have been so far is not who you'll be forever. You might have been lazy. You might have been procrastinating. You might have been cheating on your partner. You might have been a whole lot of things. But who you are moving forward, you can change that. You can decide that, okay, that's who I was, but here's who I am now. And you have to change your thoughts. You have to change your behavior. You have to change your actions. It's going to be hard. It's going to be uncomfortable. That old version is going to keep calling your name. Those old friends, those old people, those old relationships, those old things, that's going to keep calling you back. But you have to stay focused on the path. You have to stay moving forward. And it's not going to be easy. But man, is it worth it. It's not going to be easy to change those habits. It's not going to be easy to, do what you need to do every single day. It's not going to be easy to wake up at 6 in the morning, go to the gym, take a shower, and then go to school. And then after that, you got your after school job. And then after that, you got all this other stuff. It might not be easy, but it's worth it. It's worth the work to become that version of you. It's worth the work to become somebody that your family, your siblings, people will look up to and go, man, if she did it, if he did it, if they did it, I can too. You have no idea how much potential you have if you just put in the work, if you just stay focused, if you just believe, if you just understand that yes, I might have been lazy in the past. I might not have that much money. I might have came from a bad home environment. I might have had bad relationships. I might have these bad habits, but I can get better. And because you can get better, when you do the work and you keep showing up and you stay consistent, life gets better. With that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast episode. I'm really loving this. It's a really beautiful thing to put my heart and soul into these, to inspire people, uplift people, and show them that you can too. With that said, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, and all that. Let me know what you think. If you're looking for my books, you can find those in the links below, as well as one-on-one coaching. And if you're a podcast host, school principal, or would like to bring me in to speak at your organization, you can find those links below as well. Have a good one.